There were videos of Tom Brady touring a Miami school for his children yesterday.
Oh, wow.
That went out on the internet. So.
Well, Giselle lives down here.
Yes.
Right?
Yeah,
Remember when she bought the little house and everyone thought, oh, how modest.
And the Dolphins want him, though.
Turned out she was buying.
The Dolphins aren't going to give up Tua for Tom Brady.
Oh, I think they would.
Now?
Yeah. I mean, Stephen Ross has a relationship with Tom Brady. He does. Stephen Ross wants Tom Brady to play quarterback here. We know that. Nothing can get in Stephen Ross's way anymore.
They got in trouble for tampering.
Right.
Like,
I know.
I think
that's the reason why I think that this is a non-starter is because I imagine this was part of the ban. This was part of the penalty of is you don't get Tom Brady.
That's
Ever?
not how things work.
No way.
That's not how
way.
things
I
work.
know you can't
Players
announce
Association
you can't announce that in a press release. But Roger Goodell looked at him and was like, "Look, man, you got the lawsuit on us. You got the tampering thing on us. You got the $100,000 per loss thing on us. You broke all the rules and gave Tom Brady ownership, and we're suspending you. At the end of all of that, look me in the eye. You don't get Tom Brady.
No
way.
They already lost their picks. They got
No
punished
way.
for
Yeah.
it. Now
You-
you follow through with it. Now you're like, I got
Exactly.
punished. Now I'm getting him.
You
Right.
don't get Tom Brady.
No, here's the deal.
That sounds ridiculous.
Like Billy said.
You think so?
If I'm gonna,
You
if
don't
I'm
think
gonna
that
call for a
happens?
foul, I'm fouling somebody.
Exactly. Like if I didn't do it and I got in trouble for doing it, I'm doing it twice
now.
as bad next time.
Right.
Like you better know.
Especially with a quarterback who can't stay healthy. I mean, why wouldn't you go get Tom Brady
I don't
right
think
now?
the Dolphins are out of bounds to look for other quarterbacking options. They've said in their postseason press availability, the GM and the coach, that Tua is their guy and he's going in next season.
That's
They
what
like
you
what he
say.
did this year. I know that is what you say. I believe also the coach said that he was encouraged about the defensive coordinator, then fired him 2 days later. By the way, Stugotz, you see who the Dolphins are interviewing for their defensive coordinator vacancy this morning?
No.
Vic Fangio.
Fangs.
I like a name.
As long as there's an NFL,
That's a name.
there will be a job for Vic Fangio. I mean, it's amazing. Fangs.
So I don't think
I'd love for them to get Brady. I think it'd be smart. I think they should do it. I don't want to get off of this because I'm with Billy and Amin on this.
Backup plan for Tua. Tua gets hurt. Tom Brady's right there on the bench.
I don't think he's coming off the bench.
Oh.
The other thing, Woody, is the closest comp we have is in the NBA when the Timberwolves had the Joe Smith deal rescinded because they were tampering, because they had it in writing. Ironically enough, because they were worried that the owner, Glenn Taylor, was going to die and would not make good on the promise of, hey, if you sign this small contract now, we'll give you the back of the Brinks truck later, right? He's still alive, by the way. That's my favorite part of that. So Glenn Taylor is still alive. They didn't need to do any of that.
How old is he?
Like 112 or something. But here's the crazy thing. So they got punished. They lost the picks. Joe Smith had to sign in Detroit, I think, instead. You know what happened at the end of that contract? He ends up signing in Minnesota anyway. So it's like it's double jeopardy. You can't punish them twice for it, right? Like you caught them for tampering. You punished them. The player went elsewhere. But at the end of that, like you can't stop him from coming back. You can't say you can never play for this team because it's not just a case of the Dolphins. But the Players Association would raise a stink. Like, you can't tell a player where he can and can't sign if he's eligible to sign there.
Actually, it's what is double jeopardy?
Oh, that's not fair.
But Woody thinks there's like a secret agreement between the NFL and Stephen Ross.
I think
A little wink.
Roger Goodell and the rest of the owners are probably fuming at Stephen Ross. You got all this on us to go and try and tamper with Tom Brady. You don't get Tom Brady at the end of all that. Like it's just sort of a look me in the eyes. We can't put this in the press release, but you don't get Tom Brady.
What?
That's
What
how
if I
this
don't
all
look you in the
ends.
eyes?
Wild, Woody.
You think this is wild?
I also disagree with you.
Yeah.
I just think it
It
like,
seems absurd. He's a
a-
free
a-
agent,
among-
and they're an
amongst
NFL
the-
team
like,
trying to
there
get
is-
better. I mean,
there is a code of thieves. Is that the expression? Like there is a we in the halls of power, us 33 dudes, because it's dudes, us 33 dudes, we have our own rules. And one of the rules is you don't get Tom Brady if you bring a lawsuit upon us. If you say that we're paying $100,000 for a loss, it's you can't do this.
Actually, that's a fine. Mrs. Benson is the owner of the Saints.
Oh, that's true. And I believe
Yeah.
Mrs. Ford is the owner of the Lions. So it's
Wow.
Right.
30,
Yeah.
Oh,
30 dudes and 2 women.
The Pagulas.
Yeah.
Yeah.
$60.
Yeah. This-
Also,
Man.
Lewis Hamilton's a lad.
So not a
Because
lad,
he's British.
not a dude. but
Is
a
he-
lad.
Oh, okay.
what is he
Well,
on?
like
He's a minority
he
owner of the
owns
Broncos. My
8.8% of the Broncos.
And I hope he makes a good coaching hire. I'm really pulling for him.
Billy, you were going to say? Sorry.
So, I mean, why would you agree to not get Tom Brady? Like, okay, I won't get him. Someone else can get him instead.
I know.
They sent him away from his own team for several months, Stephen Ross. You don't think that like
No.
That sounds like someone who's going to follow the rules.
Dude, I did the time. I did the
Exactly.
crime. I did the time. Now,
I'm going to do the crime again.
Not even a crime.
Not
He's a
even
free
a
Yeah,
crime.
agent now.
Agent.
but it's not a crime this time.
It's
Now
not
it's
tampering.
legal.
There's no
Exactly.
tampering.
Yeah.
There's no way you can stop him. You can't stop him.
I dare you to stop him, Woody.
Yeah.
I would be stunned if Tom Brady was on the Dolphins next
Well, I
year.
would too, but not for the reasons you're saying.
Not because Roger Goodell said, "Now, Steven," and they sat down and pushed his glasses down to the bridge of his nose and said,
Smitty, why? Yes, that's the way he would do it. Yes.
Waving
Why
the
would you
finger.
be stunned?
Do you think the Dolphins want him now instead of Tua?
I
After
think
the
I
season
think
Tua
I think
had?
that, I think they ride it out until the end of his rookie contract with Tua, and then try and figure it out from there.
I think so too.
he had like 8 concussions in 12
that's
days or
valid.
whatever.